Why are people laughing at Chelsea for not being in the UCL draw this season? No one even cares about the Champions League this season. The Champions League is not the same without Chelsea. We are Champions League royalty. Why is no one talking about the fact that we slapped around AFC Wimbledon 2-1 with our C team? We had guys like Burstow on the pitch. I don't even know who that is, and I'm a Chelsea fan. Back-to-back wins. With the way we're performing, we're proving why we're going to be in this title race. You guys should be focusing on the competitions that has Chelsea in it. And players like Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia have barely even played for us. Imagine when they are playing for us, how good we're going to be. If they were FIFA cards in real life, they would both be Hullet gang. The rival fans, you all better watch out, because Chelsea are coming. Why are people saying Chelsea's going to lose to Nottingham Forest? Did your mums drop you on the head when you was a child? Because you're clearly missing some brain cells. Did you not watch our last two games? We absolutely slapped around our last two opponents on our conquest to the title and becoming the new Real Madrid. Every single Chelsea player, including our bench, would walk into Nottingham Forest, yet you think they're going to beat us. Look at some of the world-class signings we've made, like Moises Caicedo, Christopher Nkunku, and Michael Jackson. This was a FIFA match, it would be like our full Team of the Year team against our full bronze team. So Nottingham Forest, be ready, because we're coming for you.
Why are we so fucking shit? This club has been opened up more than Logan Paul's wife in the space of a year. I don't think there's a single doctor that can cure my mental illness, because this football is scarring. Trying to turn us into a fucking laughing stock. Where is our respect gone? We're meant to be the future Real Madrid, not Fodder FC. EA have embarrassed us.
Why are Manchester United fans trying to banter Chelsea, saying that we're finished? You're only one place above us in the league. Who are you to talk? Are you forgetting you got tossed around the place in the Banter Classico? What an absolute embarrassment. You've made Arsenal fans think they're actually in some title race. Now our ears have to listen to bollocks because you lost to Arsenal. But what happened to your new goalkeeper you called the next Manuel Neuer? How did he not save Declan Bland Rice's shot? That was an easy save. Now we have to hear the Arsenal fans call him the English Yaya Toure. And on top of that, your winger Sancho can't even get fit enough to make the bench. Well, that's 70 million down the drain. Man United, you're an absolute shambles. Don't you dare try banter Chelsea. Why are people saying Chelsea's season's over? We're only 8 points off the top of the league and 6 points off top 4. And there's still 34 games to go. We have time to turn it around. You Chelsea haters don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is what the average Chelsea hater looks like. You guys should stick to anime, because you have clearly never played football before. But I understand why rival fans love it so much when Chelsea lose. You're jealous of us. You wish you could be just like us. None of them know how to pull. You rivals have probably never spoken to a woman in your life. That's why the envy comes out when we lose. You're forgetting some of the world-class players we've signed, like Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, and Michael Jackson. Imagine when they gel. On top of that, Christopher Nkunku and Reece James coming back from injury. They're some of the best players in the world in their position. It is going to be scary, but not for us. Why are people saying Haaland deserves to win the Balon d'Or? I'm guessing this is coming from Pinaldo fans. Messi traumatized you from being so much better than Pinaldo that you now want to take away from his legacy of something that he deserves. But since a group of people that have no brain cells think Haaland deserved to win the Balon d'Or, let's have a look at the best player in the world for each stat this season. Goals. Haaland. Everything else. Messi. So why does Haaland deserve to win the Balon d'Or? Just because he has the most goals. They have a golden boot for that. The Balon d'Or is for the best player. But Haaland won a treble. Are you forgetting he got carried? He dropped absolute stinkers in the biggest games of the season. He wasn't there when his team needed him. He could only stat pad hat-tricks versus Southampton. Whilst on the other hand, Messi won the World Cup, the biggest trophy in world football, and won man of the match in 5 of the 7 games. He was there when his team needed him. And on top of that, he also equaled Haaland goals and assists for this season. All that guy does is score tap-ins from De Bruyne's crosses. Haaland wasn't even the best player for Man City, and you think he has to win the Balon d'Or? It was De Bruyne. Pinaldo fans, cry, because we're winning that 8th Balon d'Or. Why are people saying Chelsea's a banter club? Did you all get dumped by your girlfriends? Don't take your pain out on us. Chelsea own the Big Six. Arsenal, They went from the Invincibles to the bottle jobs. Can you tell me one big thing they've won since this day? And this was about 20 years ago. They celebrate charity shields as if they've won the Premier League. And don't forget all the times they've been slapped up by Barcelona and Bayern Munich in the Champions League, whilst Chelsea have been winning Champions Leagues. Don't try step to us. Manchester United. All they've won in the last 6 years is a Parabel Cup after having the highest net spend in world football. You've been slapped around in back-to-back Champions League finals by Barcelona in your back garden. You literally have a daddy. Spurs. Do I even have to speak? They haven't won a trophy in 16 years, whilst recently losing their best player in their whole history. That trophy ain't coming anytime soon. But look, Chelsea have won the most trophies of any team in England this century. But I thought we was the banter club. Do I need to release a video on how to grow some brain cells? Because you guys love to talk gibberish when it comes to ball. I think I've figured it out. Are you all calling Chelsea a banter club because we're sat in 12th? Come this weekend, you're not going to be calling us that anymore. How many points are we on? 4. And what are Manchester United on? 6. Who are we playing? Bournemouth. They literally got slapped around by Liverpool and Spurs. Do you think we're going to have a problem doing the same? Who are Manchester United playing? Brighton. That's a proper class team, that is. That ain't no relegation Wolverhampton Wanderers who you barely beat. In fact, you guys had to rob Wolves to beat them. And that's a team that's going to be in the Championship next year. This ain't no relegation contender. That's a future European challenger. This weekend, Manchester United will be infiltrated on that football pitch. But if you didn't notice already, that will put Chelsea on 7 points. We'll be above Manchester United. It's time for you all to remove your crosshairs off of us and aim your bullets at that joke of a club in Manchester, because we are ready to climb the mountain to first. I think I've figured it out. Are you all calling Chelsea a banter club because we're sat in 12th? Come this weekend, you're not going to be calling us that anymore. How many points are we on? 4. And what are Manchester United on? 6. Who are we playing? Bournemouth. They literally got slapped around by Liverpool and Spurs. Do you think we're going to have a problem doing the same? Who are Manchester United playing? Brighton. That's a proper class team, that is. That ain't no relegation Wolverhampton Wanderers who you barely beat. In fact, you guys had to rob Wolves to beat them. And that's a team that's going to be in the Championship next year. This ain't no relegation contender. That's a future European challenger. This weekend, Manchester United will be infiltrated on that football pitch. But if you didn't notice already, that will put Chelsea on 7 points. We'll be above Manchester United. It's time for you all to remove your crosshairs off of us and aim your bullets at that joke of a club in Manchester, because we are ready to climb the mountain to first. Why are people saying Chelsea's going to lose to Bournemouth? May I ask what's in your guys' foods? Because there's clearly something wrong with it. Your brains aren't functioning properly. Whatever it is, it's making your brain cells evaporate. We're the future Real Madrid. Liverpool and Spurs beat Bournemouth, and we're better than both those teams. What makes you think we can't do the same? I know we lost to Nottingham Forest, but that was a fluke. We dominated the game, and against Bournemouth, we will correct our wrongs. This is the time for our world-class signings like Moises Caicedo, Michael Jackson, and Cole Palmer to show that they are not playing around. They are here to take over. Manchester United got slapped up by a seaside town today. Do you really think we're going to give up the chance to go above them tomorrow? The banter will be amazing, and I can't wait. You guys better enjoy the 14th place jokes while you can, because tomorrow we're moving into the top half of the table, and our season and title chase will begin.
We could have fed the whole of Africa, but instead we spent £1 billion on a bunch of diabolical footballers. We can't even beat fucking Bournemouth. My blood pressure is boiling.
I get it. Chelsea drew to Bournemouth, but we should not be the scapegoat for your banter. You're basically laughing at somebody who's handicapped. Are you seeing the amount of world-class players we have injured? Christopher Nkunku, the next Benzema. He is a Balon d'Or level player, and there isn't many players in world football better than him. Reece James, the best right back in the world. and Wesley Fofana, an absolute generational defender. Imagine him with Levi Colwill and Carney Chukwuemeka. He's a cracking player, he is. Moises Caicedo, the Ecuadorian Busquets, and Romeo Lavia, the next Michael Essien. No wonder why we can't win a football match. We're having to play Galadog in our midfield. Noni Madueke, he has the potential to be the Nigerian Iron Robin. And Badi Ashil, I can't name many teams that he wouldn't start for. We better enjoy the banter period while it lasts, because it's very clear that we're handicapped right now. Do you think Man City would be dominating if half their best players were injured? When we come back, we're gonna make you rivals look like mugs.
Vai te botar pra ralar. Oi, o Neymar não serve pra namorar. O mano pombo não serve pra namorar. Vinícius Júnior não serve.
Manchester United fans, do you guys have any shame? Did you guys get physically bullied at school? Because I've never known a group of people to be so dense in the head. Surely you're not all there. Why am I seeing you guys flex yourselves getting penetrated by Bayern Munich on national television for the whole world to see? We're all laughing at you, and you're somehow trying to turn it into a positive. Manchester United fans out here trying to flex on Chelsea that they're playing in the UCL. Are you forgetting we won it 2 years ago? We're Champions League royalty. When Chelsea are in the Champions League, we're there to compete. We're there to win. You're just there for a day out with your friends and family, for the occasion, for the experience. What an absolute joke of a club. How unserious. Whilst Bayern have recently taken custody over you and become your new daddy, we're on the training pitch, developing, improving, becoming a world-class team. So when we're back in the Champions League, we're ready to come and win it. So Manchester United fans, stay in your lane, because you are not on our level. Are some of you delusional? Are some of you brain dead? Why are people saying Chelsea's gonna lose to Aston Villa? How idiotic can you be? I know we've only won one of our last 5 games, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why that's the case and that it's gonna change. Are you forgetting they got penetrated by Newcastle, who are nobodies, and Liverpool, who have dusty ballers like Endo? We're better than both those teams, and I'm confident we can win this game comfortably. Whilst we have generational midfielders like Moises Caicedo, who's going to be back for this game. Aston Villa better be prepared, because they're not going to be playing against our reserve players like Gallagher. Do you think we forgot you're the reason our last manager got sacked? I was just beginning to love him, and tomorrow we will make you pay for this. Apart from their goalkeeper, none of Aston Villa's players get into our team. Dusty ballers like John McGinn trying to play against the world-class Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. This is about to be hilarious. Aston Villa, be ready, because you're getting humbled.
This team is like a group of adult stars. We get tossed around for everyone to see. 1 billion, and I'm always in a fucking stimulus. I need a girlfriend.
Vai te botar pra ralar. Oi, o Neymar não serve pra namorar. O mano pombo não serve pra namorar. Vinícius Júnior não serve pra namorar.
Why are people saying Chelsea's going to be relegated? You guys have Sunday League ball knowledge. You guys don't have the right to come on these platforms and talk such nonsense. Did you not see our performance against Brighton? We look like a team that's ready to go on a charge and Hadoken anyone that comes in our way. The scoreline doesn't do us justice. You're probably looking at it in a way like a grandma getting robbed by a gangster. We was the better team and got robbed. Jackson's second goal was never offside. But I think it's about time you start respecting us, because Brighton are no mugs. We've seen Brighton toss around the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal and Liverpool, but they couldn't beat the mighty Chelsea. We showed that our young team has the potential to be the future Real Madrid, and that path has begun. We all laughed at Michael Jackson, but it's safe to say you're not laughing now, are you? He had support from some quality players, not haram footballers like Galadog, and he was able to showcase his quality. You rivals can sit down, because Chelsea are back.